Welcome back to another long format grading submission video. You know I love my CGC grading, so let's compare other companies to CGC. First up, we got the Pikachu V from Brilliant Stars. It got a PSA 9, so I honestly think this is gonna get a Gem Mint 10. Surface looks good, centering looks solid. The front edges look like they have a lip, but I'm pretty solid in my guess. So let's see what it gets. And it gets a near mint 80? What the hell? I didn't expect this. I don't know what to think, but maybe CGC is stricter? Let's see how the other submissions go. Alright, up next is the Lapras from Crown Zenith. I think this is gonna get a CGC 9. The centering in the front looks a little off, not good enough for a 10. A little heavy on one side. If you turn it around on the back, some of the corners aren't perfect, so you know, let's just see what it gets. I hope it gets a 10. And it gets a 9.5. We'll take the improvement. 1 out of 10, but that's me hoping and praying. Let's keep on going. Alright, next up, the Pikachu V Max from Lost Origin. I think that this is going to be a CGC 10. The front centering and the surface looks good, and the back looks spotless. So, let's see what it gets. And CGC gave us a 7. I don't understand this. I thought CGC was supposed to be easier. I guess you could say not all PSA 9s are CGC 10s. Let's keep it pushing. Up next, we got the Pidgeot EX from Obsidian Flames. Dope SIR, but I think this could be a Gem 10. The only thing that's really holding it back is the white dots on the corner. So, let's see what it gets. And oh yeah, I think it still stays a CGC 9. And we get a 9.5, another small bump, so we'll take anything we could get. Ooh, okay, this one's a big one. The Charmander promo from Obsidian Flames. I cracked it because I honestly think this is a Gem Mint 10. I do see some hollow wear on the edges, so we'll see how much that plays into a factor. But besides that, I need this to 10. With how my luck is going, if this doesn't grade anything higher than a 9, I am cracking this bad boy. So, let's see. Alright, here we go. The card gets a 6.5. Yeah, for sure cracking it. I don't know what's happening. I thought this was good, but I guess I suck. Oh well, on to the next. Here we go, Blastoise Celebrations on a PSA 9. At this point, I'm kind of guessing, but I still think this could get a Gem Mint 10. My only concern is the centering, so let's see how it goes. Also, if you like this kind of content, comment down below what companies you want to see against CGC. And CGC gave it a Gem Mint 10. Let's go. Alright, that was all the PSA. Let's move on to BGS. Alright, we got a BGS 9.5 Venusaur SAR. With BGS, I feel a lot more confident that a 9.5 is going to get at least a 10 in CGC. I think my only concern is the front centering of the card. So, let's see what it got. So here we go, the Venusaur gets a Gem Mint 10. So, if you just want your cards to be a 10, feel free just to send it over to CGC. Just to make it faster, I got the Wartortle and the Bulbasaur, both BGS 9.5s, sent it to CGC, and both got pristines. So again, if you want a 10, send it over to CGC, and you for sure will get an upgrade. A little grading tip I live by is that if you feel like your centering is 50-50, there's no edge wear, the corners are immaculate, send it to BGS and try to chase that black label. That's more from a financial point of view, but I honestly love CGC slabs and the labels. So, if you're a collector, do you. The last of the comparisons are some random slabs I got on Whatnot. I've never heard of Degree before, but it gave it a 9, and it looks like the rationale is because of some corners. Also, what I've noticed is that there is some hollow wear. So, let's see what this gets on CGC. For those that didn't know, this Reshiram is actually the upside down of the Zekrom promo in the Ascending Heroes ETB. So, if I could get both of those in a 10, I think that would be pretty dope. Alright, this Reshiram got a Gem Mint 10. Perfect. Now I just need to get that Zekrom in a matching 10. Alright, last but not least is a Gengar pre-release promo. This comes from a company called CAG. It's another Whatnot win. But if this could Gem Mint, it would be an $80 card, and if it pristines, it's a $200 card. So, let's see what we get. One thing I forgot to point out was on the forehead of Gengar, there was a texture missing, so I hope that doesn't really mess up the score. And we got a 9! Dang! So, oh well. Still a dope card. So for those who have stuck around and still continue to watch, I just want to say thank you. I love making this type of content that's informative and kind of gives you an idea of how CGC grades. So we're just going to kind of fly through all the other submissions that I had, just so that you could see what cards I got. I bet you're wondering, why did I choose CGC? So the first reason was because you could get a discount and $150 credit every year if you sign up for the Collectors Club. And just so you know, the Collectors Club I believe is $155, so you're only paying $5 for the membership. And when I'm saying discount, you're getting 10% off every card. And when you're just trying to sell cards like me, you are saving a lot of money. So the grading from CGC versus PSA is basically $14 versus $20. And although CGC doesn't sell as high, pristines do sell higher than PSA 10s. So the way I see pricing and grading is black labels, BGS 10s, pristine 10s, PSA 10s, gem mint 10s, PSA 9s. It's not 100% true, but for the most part, that's how it lines up. I know I'm glazing CGC right now, but to be honest, their turnaround times is pretty fast as well. I sent this in and they received it January 7th, and I received it February 1st. Compared to PSA, where I've waited 3 months just to get those cards back. I feel like I'm able to sell these cards within the same amount of time I would receive a PSA submission back. So what I'm saying is, knowledge is power. I want to give you guys as much help as I can so that you guys can make some good decisions. I'm no guru and I just started doing this, so I'm telling you what's happening during my journey. And I know the best way to learn is to learn from other people's mistakes and gain some knowledge from them. So I really hope this helps you. I also want to play devil's advocate for grading with CGC. Although I do feel that their grading is pretty consistent, there are times where they just miss. For example, the wall urn I got was a CGC 9, but there's clear indications of a hollow scratch. But if I'm being fair, not everyone could be perfect. Sorry, more information dump. I'm gonna put a little snapshot of the grading criteria between CGC, PSA, and Beckett. As you can see, grading criteria is all different, and the prices don't really reflect the grading. Pricing of a grading company is really the community's mindset. So again, please keep that in mind. So grade with whoever you want to grade with, and grade with a purpose. Is it for your personal collection? Is it for selling? Is it for the most profit? Just make sure you have all the information before you head out and send your cards. And the world of grading is kind of crazy. So please, go with a tempered mind and don't go with a high expectation. We're getting towards the end of my CGC submission, and this was such a mixed bag. On the good side, there are some cards I didn't expect to pristine, like the Espeon promos and the Umbreon Pokeball. But there were some cards I expected to get higher, like the Glaceon VMAX. That was from my personal collection, and all the other ETB promos. But regardless, the goal is to basically sell what I can and get ready to submit my next round. So again, I just want to say thank you. You made it to the end of the video. So, shameless plug, don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Enjoy.